What's up, guys? It's Seth. I am back again. It is Christmas night. Just had a great Christmas with the family, and it was awesome. I hope you guys also had a good Christmas too. But the grind never stops with dividend investing, as you all know. I absolutely love it. So I'm back making a video. Just a quick background. My name is Seth. Again, as you know, for the second time, I'm 25 years old, and I live in the Bay Area. Yes, the Bay Area. Extremely expensive, and trust me, my wallet is feeling it. It does not feel good. However, we're out here, we're on the grind. I got a decent job, and I invest 60 to 70% of my income. That's what I'm doing. Now, just so you all know, I am a dividend investor, as you probably know because you're watching this video, but what I do is I invest in dividend growth stocks. I invest in blue chip dividend stocks. That's what I do. That's what I love. And I kind of want to share what I'm doing with you guys and share my thoughts about my portfolio and maybe your portfolio. This is where I'm at here. Home Depot, Texas Instruments, Apple, Johnson & Johnson, MasterCard, Lowe's, Target, Southern Company, Microsoft, Costco, CNI, Visa, Pepsi, Altria, of course, Lockheed Martin, UNP, Coca-Cola, T-Rowe. So I am 25 and I'm not going to retire until 20 years plus. So I have a long time to invest. So my strategy is going to be a little different than yours. What I mean by that is a lot of these companies that I invest in do not have the highest of yields. Of course, we know Altria, I couldn't help it, so I did buy Altria. It's nice to have. But a lot of these companies, Johnson & Johnson, Home Depot, MasterCard, Lowe's, Costco, Visa, UNP, I'm not yield chasing in a lot of these companies. And the reason why is because I'm going for dividend growth and total return, right? Because over time, I want my yield on cost to be high. I want my yield on cost to be like what Warren Buffett's yield on cost is for Coca-Cola, which is about 50%, which is insane. I am not looking for income right now. Now, why I love dividend investing is because I do like seeing dividends come in, and it keeps me motivated to keep on investing, So ideally, I would probably want this stock portfolio to have a yield of like 1.7%, something close to the S&P 500, because this isn't a taxable account. But my yield is at about 3.18%. Right? Check it out. 3.18%. This is my dividend yield for my portfolio, and I absolutely love it. It keeps me motivated to keep on investing, right? I still wanted some dividend yield, but I'm not going crazy high, like 4, 5, 6%. I'm not going for companies like Verizon or AT&T, which I'll get into a little later. But I am going for that dividend growth. I'm at 11% on average each year for dividend growth, which is insane, right? Which is awesome. So that's how I built this portfolio, and I built it for total return. And the total return on this portfolio that I have right here, it's close to like 16% for the last 15 years. With these selections of stocks that I have. Now, nothing is certain in the future. Nothing can be promised. So, I'm definitely not an expert, but I've done a lot of research on this, and I'm comfortable with these holdings. I'm comfortable with what I have. I sleep well at night, and that's what it's about, right? So we know Apple doesn't have the highest dividend yield. It's at like 0.6%, but it's a growth company. And in 20 years, I want my portfolio value to be really high, and then I can consider having higher yielding stocks, having higher yielding holdings like JEPI or maybe even QYLD if it's still around. Some of these companies that a lot of these people have. So if you're a young investor like me, all the power to you if you want to chase that yield. Right? All the power to you. The Dividend Bull, a great YouTuber, that's what he does. He's all for income investing, and if that is your strategy, go for it. I'm not, whatever keeps you investing in the market, because it's about cash flow also. Cash flow is king, as I'm sure you've heard before, but it's very personal. Investing is very personal, so I don't want to step on anybody's toes here, because we all have different investing strategies, and this is mine. And this is one that I love, and it's one that I think is the best for me and for my age, for where I'm at. So check this out. Here's my income forecast. If I contribute $28,000 a year, which is about what I do. In 20 years, my dividend income is going to be $78,000. Now, if I were to invest in like JEPI right now, you know, I would be getting those dividends, but it's going to be taxed at my income, federal income, because I live in California. So that's going to be like a 33% tax, which is just insane. And I don't want to pay that right now, you know. So that's why I have 50% of my portfolio in SCHD, and the other 50% is in these stocks here, you know. So I wanted to go over that quickly. Now, what I'm at is my current principal is at $16,000, annual addition $28,000. I just put 10% for this rate here. So at 10% in 20 years, my portfolio value will be $1.8 million. That's the future value of this portfolio. If things keep going well, everything's subject to change, but I'm hopeful, right? Now, I do have some companies in here to boost my yield. I just want to be fully transparent with you. Enbridge and MO mainly, because like I was saying, I don't want to go too overboard with it. But I wanted companies that also have good growth. So companies that I probably won't be purchasing would be a company like AT&T. I don't really, I mean, look at their dividend growth. The last 5 years is 2%. The last 20 years, their dividend growth is 4%. I'm not really going for that because it's not really growing at the rate I would like it to. Oh, sorry. Hey guys, there's what I'm doing. You can see my logic pro right there. But it's not growing at the rate that I want it to. Even a company like Verizon. It's an awesome yield, and I would love to have that one day. But the dividend growth in the last 20 years is 3%. And the last 5 years is 2%. So for my portfolio, this isn't what I'm going for. Maybe if you're a little older and you're getting closer to retirement and you want companies that pay a good dividend, Philip Morris, here's another one, right? Dividend growth isn't the highest, but this would be a company to have. So my portfolio is really built towards my goals and my needs, you know. So I'm hoping that you guys found some value in this video, and I also don't like to have too much money in one company. So that's why you can see I'm at 4% spread across the board through all of these companies right here, because I don't want to have too much money in one, because if something happens, I don't want it to be a big chunk of my portfolio, right? It won't be hurting me a lot. So a lot of these companies have really good growth. Let's go to Portfolio Visualize real quick. I mean, check out the last 20 years, or the last 12 years for UNP. Let's see what the total return is. 18%. Let's see Visa. It is, since 2010, 20%. Let's go to MasterCard. Analyze. 23%. CNI. And these are quality companies. Total return, 14.3%. Home Depot. You guys know all of these companies. I'm just trying to show you why I built my portfolio, how I built it. 23%. Right. So that's what I'm going for. I'm not going for a company that, like Walgreens. Walgreens has a great dividend yield, but their growth is 3.7%. So yes, they may have a high yield. Check it out. Yes, they may have a high yield of 5%, but you can see their growth, their total return isn't that high. So let's do the same thing for AT&T. Ticker symbol T. 5%. I mean, just buy a mutual fund, or buy an index fund. If you're gonna do this, you might as well just do that, because your total, and this is including the dividend with dividends reinvested. Just check out Verizon. Since 2010, 6%. I mean, you might as well just invest in like SPY or something, right? So I'm not going for that. Now, some people, again, everything's going to be different. For me, this is where it's at. So I wanted to share this with you guys to kind of talk through my thought process, because it also helps me and it keeps me grounded, because sometimes I really do like to chase yield, and sometimes I can get distracted and I'm like, oh, maybe I should buy this company. Maybe I should buy this company, but it helps me to stay grounded, to make these videos myself. because I am human, and yes, I'm an emotional investor, but I'm learning, and I am getting better over time. I'm sure you guys have watched my journey videos that I've made about dividend investing and how I had my portfolio value up to $14,000, and then I sold out of all my stocks because I was being an idiot. I was just being dumb. Eventually, I got back on the right track here. I got my portfolio up quickly in the past 4 months. I'm at $16,300. So I'm going to keep this going for the rest of my life. And dividend investing keeps me motivated, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you got some value out of it. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Take care. I make videos every day, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.